Hi everybody, welcome again to ZCodeSystem. Here we developed automated systems to help you win. Doesn't matter what sport you're betting on, we've got you covered. Okay, we're going to get into some NHL action for March the 31st. Before we do, I'm going to invite you to join like I always do. You'll have access to the VIP club section, and you see all these tabs here. They all have tools that will help you make your picks, but the main tools we're going to use are down here in the actual games. So let's take a look at some of these games. With 3 weeks left in the NHL season, there's only 4 games scheduled, so we'll look at all of them. Here's Minnesota at New Jersey. Minnesota comes in here 7th in the Western Conference, New Jersey 6th in the Eastern Conference, so there's a lot at stake here for playoff positioning. Minnesota is average up. You can see they are 4-2 over the last 6. New Jersey ice cold down, just 2-4 over the last 6, and coming off of a loss by a 4-0 score to Winnipeg. If you look at the over-under, the teams are trending in games over the line. The score prediction is for New Jersey by a single goal, 3-2, but the confidence in the prediction is rather high at 76%. If you look at the power ranks, you can see here that Minnesota is at plus 21, overtaking New Jersey over the last few days. New Jersey dropped from 17 to 15. Head-to-head wise, New Jersey won the previous meeting between the two teams 5-3, and they won the first game between the two teams at home by a 4-3 score, and in both instances they were favorites. If you look at the stability factor, how consistent the teams are, you see that the consistency factor is with Minnesota. And this is not necessarily consistently winning, it's consistently performing with regard to their favorite underdog status. We'll look at a couple other things here. Let's see, we got Minnesota is excellent on the road at 22-11-3, and New Jersey is 17-13-5 at home. And we also have a score differential edge of plus 22 to minus 6 in favor of New Jersey. So in the end here, I think this is going to be a road upset. I like Minnesota by a single goal over the line. Now, in this game here, Nashville and Philadelphia, here's two teams just pretty much playing out the string. Neither team is going to have any impact in the playoffs. Philadelphia dead up, winners of their last game, but 1-5 over the last 6. Nashville is ice cold down, just 2-4 over the last 6. If you look at the over-under, teams are trending over the line. You can see here that it is 9 out of the last 12 over. The score prediction would be for under the line, and a 3-1 score in favor of Philadelphia, but the confidence is still not very high, only at 33 or 66%. If you look at the power ranks, you see you're not surprised at both teams near the bottom, Philadelphia at +2 and Nashville at +1. Head-to-head, teams only met once this season, back on November 27th, and it was Philadelphia winning in overtime as a road underdog, and you see there was a 3-2 score in that one. And stability factor, Philadelphia much more consistent at +21, and you can see Nashville at +3. They haven't been any higher than like +5 all season, so they have not been very consistent all season long with regard to their favorite underdog status. A couple other things of note is that Nashville is only 9-22-5 on their own. Philadelphia is near 500 but below 500 at 17-19-1 at home. So in the end, I like this one to be a Philadelphia victory at home, but I'm going to pass on the over-under. Next game with a lot more playoff implication is Calgary and Colorado. Calgary is coming in. Average status, winners of 5 out of the last 6. Or excuse me, 4 out of the last 6. And Colorado is burning hot, winners of their last 4 and 5 out of their last 6. If you look at the totals, you can see a bunch of greens, which means over. So the teams are trending over the line. The score prediction of 4-2, with only the confidence in the prediction of a toss of a coin, though. That would be 4-2 in favor of Colorado. And interestingly enough, if you look at the games between the teams this season, it was Colorado winning both games on the road by the exact count of 4-2, but they were road favorites both times. On the power ranks indicator, Colorado at +29, Calgary at +16. If you look at the records for the season, the Avalanche 25-10-2 at home. The Flames are solid on the road, 15-14-6. If we take a look at a couple other things here, Calgary is battling for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. So they do have something to play for, and Colorado is 4th, and they're looking for a push towards a top seed. The volatility oscillator shows that both teams are pretty consistent, actually almost identical in this category, plus 18 to plus 17. So that's the stability factor. So in the end, though, I think this is going to be Colorado. They're just too good. They're just a too strong team. I think it's going to be a very similar margin by 2 or maybe 3 goals, and it's going to be over the line. The last game of the day is Dallas Stars and Seattle Kraken. Seattle is ice cold up 2-4 over the last 6, while Dallas is burning hot. You can see a bunch of W's there, 5-1 over the last 6. The only loss was a 3-2 overtime loss to Tampa Bay. If you look at the total sheet, again, a bunch of green O's, which means over the line. But the score prediction with 66% confidence would be likely an under the line score. It's 3-2 in favor of Seattle. Head-to-head, it was Dallas winning as a home favorite back on October 13th. You can see it was a very low-scoring game, just 2-0 back at that point. On the power ranks, Dallas near the top at plus 31, and no surprise that Seattle down at the bottom, sitting there at a mere plus 4. If we look at the volatility oscillator, you can see mainly upward trends overall. Dallas, the steep upward trend recently up to plus 22, and Seattle is at plus 15, which is their high point of the season. One other thing to note is the home road records. Dallas is 20-14-2 on the road, and the Kraken are respectable at home at 17-15-5, but the scoring differential is huge in favor of Dallas, plus 59 to minus 15. So I don't really see Seattle putting up much of a fight in this one. I think this is going to be the Stars by at least 2 goals in a game over the line. Okay, so there you have it for the 4 games in the NHL for March the 31st. Happy betting and see you again next time.